call up headlines about Larry Chen, and you've been lurking, capturing all kinds of interesting things of late. I want to talk about that. I want to start off talking about that because one of the latest headlines was that you give a little bit of a sneak peek, a review of the most insane Ford Raptor that anybody could buy, and then there was another famous Lamborghini that you had snapped recently. You've been capturing some interesting stuff of late. Tell me about that.
Yeah, one of the things that we love to do is we love to work with manufacturers. So we've been lucky to do a lot of work with Shelby North America. So we've launched a bunch of vehicles for them, including their most recent Shelby Raptor R, which is insane. Like we took it out in the desert, and man, this
Yeah.
thing flies. It's so crazy that this is a vehicle that you can purchase with a warranty. But besides that, we had a chance to launch their Super Snake, which is also so incredible and just really Mustang elevated in every single way. But honestly, I like to shoot everything. I like to
Yeah.
shoot street cars. I like to shoot the $500 builds, the $1 million cars, historic race cars. I'll shoot anything and everything related to car culture and domestic vehicles, imported, Japanese, European, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll shoot it.
You get excited about everything, don't you? I mean, as long as you're behind the lens and something that's in your viewfinder is appealing, artistic, fascinating, uh, roaring like the Raptor Baja are, you get stoked by all that, don't you?
Yeah, one of the things I always say is that if there's somebody or a group of individuals or a whole community that's passionate about this type of car culture, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it be lowriders, drift cars, drag cars, gassers, off-road vehicles, trophy trucks. It doesn't matter. Time attack, wheel to wheel. I have to look at this culture that they love so much through their eyes, but through my lens. And I just love telling stories. Part of what I'm doing now is I'm playing my part to promote the culture that we love, promote car culture. And honestly, it really stems from the fact that unfortunately, magazines aren't really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I grew up on car magazines, reading car magazines, looking at pictures. That's how I was able to know what was going on in the car world. And even to the point where I was getting imported magazines from Japan to see what they were doing in Japan. But unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore. And I also love the fact that the magazines didn't only feature the big stories and the breaking news and the big facets of the car world, but they focused on the little guys and girls and the small garages and the small home built projects, this, that, and the other. They highlighted so many things that we think is interesting. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just playing my part to fill that gap.
You're right how much it's changed. You go back to those first days in Santa Monica, right? You were growing up in Santa Monica, and you and your buddies, if I recall correctly, you'd go to the LA Auto Show, and you'd also hang out on Pacific Coast Highway, looking at cars, luxury cars, in the wild, car spotting, as it's known. Um, was it always in you? It must have been.
It's always been in me. It is kind of natural for anyone in my generation who grew up in Southern California to just have a passion for cars. Like we grew up in that era of the best drivers' cars. And we also grew up in the era where you couldn't consume the content fast enough. The content that came out was immediately consumed related to cars and culture. Uh, I mean, I feel like I watched every single episode of Top Gear
Yeah.
as it came out. I, uh, just searched out, downloaded whatever videos I could online, got DVDs from Best Motoring Option, the Japanese car culture, just consuming as much of it. And we ran out. There was just not enough to go around. And on top of that, because there wasn't really social media, there wasn't the internet as it is now, it was really hard for us to gather in groups and meet like-minded people unless it was like certain set events that has been going on for a long time. Like I remember at one point it was a big deal even to just get 10 cars together of the same make and model or even just the same make. But now obviously you can't go, especially in Los Angeles and the big cities in the US and all across the world, you can't hit up every single car event in that city. It's impossible. There's too many. Like in Los Angeles, maybe in one weekend, there's 10 events, and you physically can't go to all of them.